Hola, thanks for watching Doing Life with Jenny. This is take 2. I recorded the entire video not realizing that the microphone battery died. So here I go for the second time telling you about why I am scared to move to Mexico, and it's not what you think. Number 1, the alacranes, which are scorpions. We do not have those where I live here near St. Louis, Missouri. If you live in the Southwest, then I'm pretty sure that you do, and maybe you know what's going on. But you're talking to someone that's scared of a teensy-weensy spider, and now I might have some scorpions sneaking into my home just as a spider might. I need to do more research, but I know some of them are poisonous. I'm not sure if that's all of them or just some species. I've seen a YouTube video where someone got bit or pinched on the back of the neck and they had to go to the hospital for anti-venom. So I do need to do a lot of research to know exactly what I will need to do, if anything, if or when this comes up later on. 2, my dietary restrictions. I'm used to them being a nuisance in the US, but in Mexico it's going to be even more so. You see, Mexican people are super friendly, maybe too friendly at times. Let me give you an example. So my ex-husband, who is Mexican, and I had eaten in a town near his, and we ate a lot of food. I mean, we were stuffed. We couldn't move, we ate so much. And so on the way back to his house, we stopped at his cousin's house, who he hadn't seen in a while. And we explained to her that we had literally just left this restaurant and then we ate so much food, and she literally forced us to eat the food that she made for us. Like, upon entering her house, she's like, "Let me make you something to eat." We're like, no, we just ate. She sat there and cooked it anyway, and I told my ex-husband, I'm like, I literally can't, like, I'm going to explode. So the poor dude ate his portion as well as my portion. But I don't want to compromise my values when it comes to veganism, and I don't want to have an upset stomach just to try to appease someone and save face. Did any of this even make sense? Because since I'm recording this a second time, I don't remember if I already said something. So if it's not clear, I'll type it up on the screen. Thirdly, not having a car. Not needing a car is actually common in lots of places around the world. The US is one of the only places that I'm familiar with that depends on cars. The only reason it makes me nervous is for emergency situations, specifically if something were to happen in the middle of the night. There wouldn't be as many taxis readily available. Of course, once I get there, I will be sure to have some emergency numbers on the fridge in case something were to happen. Number 4, I'm a little scared to be alone, but not alone like I'm extroverted, but more like sometimes you need an extra set of hands to help you with something. Assemble a table, something of that sort. Or, you lock your keys in the house. Like, my mom and dad aren't going to live 5 minutes away anymore. I won't have someone, like, I can depend on to, like, just hop on over. Like, eventually I'll make those kind of connections, but at first, it's just me, only me. Number 5 is running out of money. As I've told you before, I'm retiring by age 40. I'm saving enough money to last me from the day I retire until the day I can collect my pension. So I will have to be very mindful of my budget, which I'm used to anyway. But I'm kind of worried, like, what if there are too many unexpected expenses? Like, will I have to come back and work full-time? On the other hand, I'm kind of worried I might do the opposite and watch my money too carefully and not enjoy life as much as I would like to. Next, I'm a little worried that I rushed things and perhaps chose the wrong location. Yes, but no. So I have been very impatient when it has come to moving to Mexico. I started looking at houses years ago online, already messaging people. I don't know why I wasted their time. Not that anybody actually answered, to be quite honest. But I bought my land 2.5 years before actually moving to Mexico. Probably I should have waited until about a year out and bought a house that was already built in a place where I actually would want to live. But instead I bought the land that I could afford at that moment, and I'm building the house that I can afford at this moment, which honestly equals out the same amount in the long run. And it's not necessarily the location that I like, but I think it's actually working out quite well, because if I lived in a city that I actually want to live in, the cost of living would be a lot higher than where I'm actually going to live, meaning I would have to stay in the US and work even longer. And the last worry of mine has to do with like not being raised or not having lived in Mexico for a long time. Like growing up in the US, I know exactly what to expect when it comes to all facets of life. Like I know you need to change the furnace filter. I know every 30 years you need to replace the roof on your house. I know what documents you need to bring to the DMV to get your driver's license, that sort of thing. Like in Mexico, yeah, I've been there several times. I've stayed there for an extended period, but I've never had to do like daily life sort of things. So it's going to be a lot of Jenny going in circles, like going here to get this document, but to get this document, you first need to get this document, and you know how it is. I don't know the first thing about taking care of a home in Mexico. Their homes are very different. They're made of cement. Each house has their own personal water tower on top of the roof, so there will be a lot for me to learn. So yeah, those are kind of my fears or worries now that things are starting to feel very real. As you know, I sold the house, I moved into my temporary apartment, and I'm starting to build, I believe this week. Today's Monday. Well, the day I'm recording it is Monday. So we should be at least cleaning up the land, preparing it to build this week. So now that it's feeling real, it just has me thinking about all of these different random things. And of course, I always do my research. I'm not just going to show up and be reactive. I like to be proactive about things. Thank you so much for watching the video today. If you would like to continue following me in my journey in moving from the US to Mexico, be sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Take care.